Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you guys are having a great week. So today we're looking at the game Jenga, and if you ever played Jenga, you know that you'd want a firm foundation to win the game. So I kind of brought two sets of Jenga, and got one with a nice kind of not as firm foundation, and one with a firm foundation. And we're going to use this table to represent a storm, and these two towers are going to be houses. And this is going to be a house that's built on the sand, and this is a house that's built on the rocks. So let's see what happens if the storm comes. So you can see that the house that was built on the sand fell. And in Matthew chapter 7 verse 24 to 27, it talks about building a house on the rocks. So now we got kind of an idea what that looks like, and let's get to the next part. Welcome back, you guys, and I hope that visual aid helped you guys kind of understand like a foundation. And when we think of a foundation, we think of a house and how it's built onto a foundation. And in the game Jenga, you have a foundation, and you want to try and use that foundation to beat the other player by having a more solid foundation. And in Matthew chapter 7 24 to 27, it talks about how you should build your house onto the rocks, or you should build your foundation onto the rocks. And so let's read that right now. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and does them will be like the wise man who built his house on the rocks. And when the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat on the house, but it did not fall, because it has been founded on the rocks. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like the foolish man who built his house on the sand. And when the rain fell and the floods came and the winds blew and beat against the house, it fell, and great was the fall of it. So Jesus tells us to build our house, to build our lives on the rocks. And what does he mean by this? The first sentence is our clue. Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like the wise man. And Jesus tells us to hear his words and put them into practice. And in Psalm 18, it really talks about how God is our rock. And it's great because when he says God is our rock, it kind of tells us where we should be building our house. So let's read Psalm 18. I love you, O Lord, my strength. My Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. By looking at these two scriptures, we can see that God is our rock, and we should build ourselves onto him. And we should follow him. Because no matter what, there will be a storm in our lives, but no matter what, God will be there if we build our house on the rocks, because he will protect us from the storms. And here's some fun ways that you can help build yourself onto the rocks. One, by reading the Bible. Reading the Bible is a great way. You can listen to God's word, listen to what he's telling us to do and how we should live. Helping others, because by helping others, you're sharing God's love with everyone. And having people there for us to go to, because sometimes we're going to struggle and we need someone to help build us onto the rock too. And that's a good thing to do, is having others to help you do that. Treating others like yourself. The golden rule that God gave us is treating others like yourself. And the most important one is trusting God, trusting the Lord. Because when no matter what, you can always trust him. And if you've been watching our youth videos on YouTube, there are some more examples that we've used. Teamwork makes the dream work, where me and Vanessa teach about teamworking and how we should work together as a group. Having courage, trusting God that he will have a plan and he will help you through your struggles. Being kind to one another. Vanessa uses this bucket of water and she drops things in there to see the ripple effect of the kindness. And being kind to one another is another great way of sharing the love with everyone. Forgiving people. That's one of the hardest things to do as being humans, but forgiving others is one of the best things you can do. And then trusting in the Lord. Vanessa uses a water cup with a little paper over her sister's head, and her sister has to trust Vanessa to not dump the water. But we should trust God, because we know he won't dump the water onto us. And I got some questions for you guys to take home and to ask your family, ask your pets, ask your dog, ask your cat, and you can ask anything you want to ask. So here we go. The first question is, what are some ways you can build your house? And then, what are some ways you can help others build their house? And who are some people you can go to help build your house? And what does a strong foundation look like to you in your life? Like, what does it look like having a strong foundation? Does it mean like being more kind to someone? Does it mean to help more people? Or just like that little struggles? And I hope you guys are going to have a great week and hope to see you guys on Wednesday on Zoom. Oh look, the tower that had a least foundation fell. So now we're going to be moving on to our next part, and I really don't like this. 7, 27, 24. I got distracted. On YouTube. And then the videos were, oh man. And how to build a house. Welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys not welcome. And what it's like and how. So in Matthew chapter 7, 27. Welcome back, you guys. And now let's actually read Matthew chapter 20. And a foundation is like, no, not. And how you should be able to have a solid foundation in the game Jenga. But that's not what I'm supposed to be saying. Welcome back, you guys, and I hope you guys are, well, it's not that word. Because it was built like on this, I hope that you guys, wait 1 second, don't push anything. Welcome back, you guys, and I hope, stop on. Okay. And in Matthew chapter 7, welcome back, you guys, and I hope that visual aid helped you guys with the Jenga. Oh my gosh, stop texting me. And in Matthew, it talks about how you should build your house on the sand. Not on the sand.